stage, we got Matthew Catron.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Matt. I'm in town for Comic-Con this weekend, and I figured what better way to celebrate this beautiful city than to stand in line at the convention center for 4 days and see nothing else. I am here from Philadelphia, and I want to share a little bit of Philadelphia culture with you guys. See, I used to be a tour guide, and I was on this. I was on one of those double-decker tour buses that used to be in London, but now they're everywhere. And one day I got chartered by this group of Asian Canadian tourists. It was a very specific group of people who didn't speak a whole lot of English. And that didn't really bode well for me, because every time I got stuck at a red light, I would bust out some really shitty pun that you guys would not enjoy, but tourists, they loved it. So, you know, I'd be going through the tour and I'd be like, on your left, you'll see Philadelphia's biggest tourist trap, the Liberty Bell, that nobody cares about. And we go through the tour, and at the end, we get stuck at a red light, and I'm all out of jokes. Not that it matters, because they weren't even noticing them anyway. English is like their fourth or fifth language. So, I'm up there on the bus, I'm holding a microphone, much like I'm doing now, and I have no idea what to say, and this red light will not change. So I'm just like, ah, shit, what am I going to do, what am I going to do, what am I going to say? And I look behind me, and I see a bridge. I see the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, and I get an idea. I look behind me, and I say, ladies and gentlemen of the tour, look behind me, you'll see the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. It's a fine piece of Philadelphia architecture. You see, in the year 1723, Benjamin Franklin escaped from indentured servitude to his older brother in Boston, and he came down to Philadelphia for a fresh start in a new city. And he chose Philadelphia to be that city. Everything I've said up until now is true. And then I went on to say, and when he got down here, he took a look to his left, and he took a look to his right, and he noticed that he was in New Jersey. And he jumped into the Delaware River, and he swam, not to get to Philadelphia, but to get out of New Jersey. And the problem is, these were not native English speakers, and they hadn't quite figured out sarcasm yet. So the whole time they're looking at me like, oh, wow, he really hates New Jersey, doesn't he? So now there's about 40 or 50 people running around Toronto or wherever, telling the story about how Benjamin Franklin, founding father of the United States, really hated New Jersey. And they told me I only had 3 minutes, so that's the end of the story. Thank you. Yeah!
All right, keep it going, guys. I love historical comedy.
And I'm back in Philly. When I went to go do that set, I had this idea of, oh, I'll be in San Diego. I can tell Benjamin Franklin jokes. Everybody knows who Benjamin Franklin is, right? Turns out that is a Philly thing. And add that to the fact that they cut most of us down from 5 to 3 minute sets, and there goes all of my context. But nobody booed me. And Madhouse Comedy Club even invited me to come back when I'm in town next year, so I get to still claim that I've never bombed on stage before. Pretty devastated that Comic-Con joke didn't land, though.